episode 2, and the episode name right here. Ooh. Okay, so basically I took notes for this one so I have more coherent in order thoughts. So at the beginning with Tracy, and she's having this conversation with Lydia's mom and everything, and how she has night terrors and stuff like that, and when she was having the flashback for us to see what her night terror was, and I was just like, if I was ever in a situation where I was like scared, I would have I don't care how old I am, I don't care if I'm a senior in high school, I'm going to my mom's room, sitting on the bed for a little bit or something, or just being in her presence would calm me down. Because seriously, that old thing where, you know, parents just make you feel whew, whew. So yes. And then she spews black ick. Like, you know, like a bad reaction to wolfbane or the bite, and I'm like, oh, which kind of makes sense. It makes sense as we get further on into the episode, when at the end of the episode, so I don't forget to say it later, where she gets injected with something and she goes all wolf. She becomes a werewolf without a bite. And I'm like, that makes sense. Maybe she's rejecting it and like spewing black ick because, I don't know, maybe it's not going well with her body. Who knows? Who knows what those steampunk doctors doing? So anyway, when Malia and Styles are just like, Styles is all paranoid about Thea, which is good because, you know, by the end of the episode, you know he's not good. He's not good. He's not who he says he is. His parents are not his parents. Like, I don't understand. I'm sorry, I'm getting all like, anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So yes, he does have reason to be skeptical of Theo. So basically, Mia's like, yeah, I could take him. And I was like, you go, girl. You go, girl. You, like, you want me to kick his ass? Sure. He's like, no, I don't want you to kick his ass. And I was like, and then she was just like, oh yeah, you have every right to feel threatened. I mean, he's attractive. And I'm like, are they setting something up for the future? I don't know. But yeah, she was good. She was good. I admire Malia for her bluntness. Not for the whole beginning in the first episode with the whole thing is like, oh, have fun in New York. Of course you just mean have fun, not go mess with some other guy. Who thinks that? Like, am I just not in the generation that, like, when you say go have fun, you just mean go have fun? I don't know. I don't get you, youngins. I'm just a senior in college. Who is this girl that Liam... Just like, the girl doesn't like Liam. What did you do to her in 6th grade, Liam? I want to know. I want to know. And then I didn't get it for when Kira and Lydia were looking at Scott. Like, all like... It's like, and then Kira's like, Scott, are you in the wrong class? And I'm like, no, I'm taking AP Bio. And you know what AP Bio is? Advanced placement, yes. And I was just like, oh man. I was like, I do believe in you, Scott. Like, if he wants to be a veterinarian, this is a great class for him. And he wants to go to a place, to a college where he probably can get the basis for a veterinary thing. It's so... You go, Scott! You be a veterinarian! Yes! And I didn't have a free period in high school. Like, that wasn't even an option because you couldn't just roam around the school doing, like, whatever you wanted. So it's like, during that part I was like, what is this free period you speak of? Man, I mean, I had like 3 or 4 extracurricular classes, which were basically my free period. So I basically had like so much like chill time. And with the whole thing where Parrish is checking up on the house of Tracy's, and he looks up and he's like, oh yeah, nothing to worry about. And I was just like, oh yeah, nothing to worry about, just a bunch of dead birds everywhere. Are they crows or ravens? I want to know. I have a feeling they might be ravens, but they could be crows. Anyway, and as I said before, Lydia and Parrish, ship it. Anyway, when Liam and Styles go after Theo and into the woods and stuff and everything, and then they come back because they see that he's just visiting his sister's where she went missing or died or something. I don't know what's going on with that, but and then he comes back and Scott and Styles are having a conversation about like, why can't you trust people, why can't you give people the benefit of the doubt, and Styles is just like, because you can't, because you trust everyone. And that's the one thing that's their dynamic, that which is not like the best, where Scott trusts everyone and then it lies on Styles to be suspicious of everyone they meet. So I think that dynamic, like that, has got to weigh heavily on Styles when you think about it, because he always, whether he has to or not, feels like he has to be suspicious of everyone new who comes into town, which by this time he's not as paranoid. But then when Scott mentions for the first time, he's like giving benefit of the doubt, is like Derek, and I was like, another platonic steric reference, or just, you know, whatever. I view everything as romantic, let's just be real. And I was just like, you make my kokoro go doki doki every time you mention Styles and Derek in the same sentence. Anyway, and then when Liam goes meets his friend, I forget his friend's name, and the whole freaking, this random ass wolf comes around, and I'm like, what the fuck, there are no wolves in California! Like, we established this first season. First season we established this. And then it turns out that it's freaking Theo. I was like, ah. So I was just like, I almost cried. Not good tears, mind you. I was upset. I was just like, fuck that shit. So it's like, so anyone can be turning themselves into a wolf? I was just like, no. We had this whole freaking season 4 shiz where Derek was losing his powers, losing his supernatural ability, and then it was because he was transforming into this new, awesome, full wolf. And I was just like, yes! And now this freaking Theo can turn into a full wolf, and at the end of the episode it made me all the more pissed because he's not a good guy. I can tell he's not a good guy. And now I'm just all like, it ruined like the full like thing for me. But then I have to think, did Theo also lose his supernatural ability at one point? Or did the steampunk doctors have something to do with this? I have a full suspicion that the steampunk doctors are to blame for this, because I am just so angry, because seriously, that is something that, like, it was such a great character development for Derek, and him having that, like I saw it as a connection to his mother, that he was able to turn into like a true wolf. And I was like, ah. And as you can tell, Derek's like my fave character, you know, cosplay femme Derek alpha. But anyway, so yeah, that made me upset. I don't like Theo. He ruined the true wolf form for me. True wolf form for me. Let me just tell you, I'm not happy, Teen Wolf. No, I'm not happy. So, and then when Parrish and Lydia are saying like, oh yeah, Tracy's fine, she's fine. Boy, she left. She left while you were like looking at the house. She's not fine. She's not alright. And then basically at the end she turned, like, she's basically a werewolf, and I'm like, so now people can just inject something and make someone a werewolf? What the hell? They're probably not like it's like werewolf venom or something that they, how do you get that from a werewolf? Like, I don't understand. Anyway, there's are my thoughts and my opinions. I really liked the beginning, I have to say, But whenever I think about it, like, these are really, with their high school business, it is really, truly high school drama, and I am just not into high school drama anymore, so I don't like that part of the show necessarily. I really do like the supernatural aspects. Oh, and one part that really got to me was when Styles was talking to his dad, he's like, something different about you and all that stuff, and it was because he wasn't wearing his wedding ring anymore, and I was just like, oh my god. I don't know, it was probably hard for Sheriff Stolinsky to finally just remove his wedding ring and all that, because like, when your significant other dies, like, my father died when I was 4 years old in a car crash, and my mother still wears her wedding ring. So like, that's a step where you're just like, if you take off the wedding ring, that's a huge step forward. I don't know, it really depends on the person, but I don't know, I have mixed feelings. Why, like, maybe if he felt it was time to take it off, maybe, I don't know. That one's, for me, that I would probably have a similar reaction to Styles, like, I don't know, it get me a little upset, I don't know. So yeah, that was the end of my thoughts. Teen Wolf Season 5, Episodes 1 and 2. So if you like this video, please like, favorite, and subscribe so you can see more videos like this and other videos I produce. And if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below and ask on Tumblr or notes on Deviantart. And hey, I'm all over the social media networks, so please take a look at them in the description box below. And until next time, Sachan out. Bye bye. How should I end these videos, guys? Because I kind of want to end them in a cool, like, Teen Wolf way, so put your like, if anyone comments on this video, put your comments in the comment section below. Like, I don't want to do, like, the whole, like, Wolf Watch is, like, to be careful of the creatures that lurk in the night. Da-da-da. Maybe I should do a dare quote. Be like, I don't know. Suggestions. So yeah, Sachan out. Bye bye.